Hey everyone! Today we are tackling something huge. How to build an emergency fund when you feel like every single penny is already spoken for. If saving money feels totally impossible right now, trust me, you are in the exact right place. We're going to break this all down into small, simple steps that you can actually do.
Does this sound familiar? Maybe you're a freelancer and your income is all over the place, or maybe you're just juggling bills and by the end of the month there is literally nothing left over. I get it. It's so stressful, and you are definitely not alone. The goal here isn't to add more stress, but to show you a way to get a little more peace of mind.
So what is this thing we're trying to build? Well, an emergency fund is just a stash of cash you keep aside for when life decides to throw you a curveball. Think of it like your own personal financial safety net. It's what keeps a surprise car repair from turning into a total crisis that pushes you into debt. This isn't about getting rich, it's about feeling secure.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to walk through 5 super simple stages. We'll start by setting a goal that's actually doable. Then we'll hunt for some hidden money, make saving totally effortless, and finally, figure out how to keep that motivation going. It's a clear roadmap to get you started.
All right, let's dive into our very first step, which is all about setting tiny, and I mean tiny, realistic goals. You know, the biggest mistake people make is trying to do way too much, way too fast. We're just going to forget that whole all or nothing idea right now.
You've probably heard this before, right? The experts always say you need to save 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses. And look, that's a fantastic long-term goal. But when you're starting from zero, that number can feel completely overwhelming. So for now, we're going to gently push this idea to the side.
Instead, let's focus on this, $500. That's it. This is your new starting line. Why? Because it's actually achievable and it can still make a huge difference. $500 can handle a new set of tires, a surprise trip to the dentist, you name it. Hitting this first goal is going to feel so good, and it'll prove to you that you can do this.
So once you've hit that first goal, then you can start thinking a little bit bigger. To figure out what a 1-month savings goal looks like for you, just list out your absolute bare bones costs. We're not talking about Netflix or eating out here, just the stuff you absolutely have to pay to keep the lights on. Add those up, and that's your next target.
Okay, now for my favorite part. This part feels kind of like a treasure hunt. We're going on a mission to find hidden money, just by figuring out where your dollars are actually going. You would be amazed how quickly small changes add up. Just try it for 1 week, track every single thing you spend. You'll probably find some super easy wins. That free trial that turned into a monthly charge you forgot about? Cancel it. Could you switch to a cheaper phone plan? Awesome. Saving even $20 or $50 a month makes a huge difference, and you can send that cash straight to your new fund.
Okay, you've found some extra cash. Now, how do we make sure it actually gets saved instead of, well, just spent? That brings us to step 3, automation. This is the secret weapon for saving consistently because it takes all the effort and willpower out of the equation.
And it really is this simple. The second your paycheck lands in your account, a small automatic transfer happens and whisks a little bit of it into a separate savings account. The best part is, you're saving money without even having to think about it. Start ridiculously small. I'm talking $5 or $10 per paycheck. You can always bump it up later. The goal right now is just to build the habit.
And hey, here's a pro tip to make this even better. Don't just stick your money in any old savings account. Look for a high-yield savings account. A lot of online banks offer really great interest rates, which means your money actually starts earning more money, all on its own. And here's a little psychological trick. Name that account emergency only. It's just a little reminder to keep you from dipping into it for stuff that isn't a real emergency.
So, your savings are automated. That's awesome. Now let's talk about how to really kick things into high gear. Steps 4 and 5 are all about speeding up your progress and staying motivated so you actually stick with it.
Anytime you get some unexpected cash, a tax refund, a work bonus, maybe some money from a side hustle, make a plan to put at least half of it directly into your emergency fund. This is how you make those big jumps toward your goal. At the same time, you've got to celebrate your progress. When you hit that first $100, don't just brush it off. Acknowledge your hard work with a free reward, like a nice walk in a park or a fun movie night at home.
If you take one thing away from all this, please let it be this. You do not have to be perfect. Financial security really does start with one small, consistent step. The fact that you're even here, thinking about this stuff, means you are already on the right track. Seriously, you're doing great.
Look, knowledge is great, but it's action that really creates change. So right now, we are going to turn everything we just talked about into one simple, immediate action. Let's make this real. So what's your first step going to be?
You don't have to do everything at once. Just pick one. Are you going to commit to tracking your expenses for just the next 7 days? Or are you going to log into your bank account right now and set up a tiny $10 automatic transfer? Choose one. Do it today, and you will have officially started building your safety net. Thanks so much for hanging out with me.